Hi, Claude Whitacre here. I'm a sales trainer, a speaker. I talk to groups of salespeople. I talk to groups of business owners. A lot of times when I'm up on stage and people are asking me questions, I'll ask questions about like what's the best way when you're cold calling? Should you make multiple calls to the same person? Should you try to build a relationship with people? There's a lot of books and courses out there about building relationships with people over the phone before you actually present a product or an offer to them. Well, I understand, I've read those books, and I understand why they say these things, and I understand it's more comfortable for people. But here's something that I know. In your town right now, no matter what you sell, there are between 10 and maybe 100 people that today want to buy what you have. They're looking for you. You know, I mean, the joke is, the life insurance salesman, nobody ever wants to buy life insurance. Well, you know what? There are actually in your town right now, there are people on the phone right now talking to a life insurance agent, or they're they're online right now buying life insurance. There are people out there right now buying life insurance. You just need to find those people. So here's the difference between the way I cold call and the way some of the other guys I know cold call. And by the way, in every other kind of prospecting, referrals, networking, talking to groups of people. I mean, there's a lot of relationship building there, but I cold call with a transaction. To me, it's all transactional. For example, probably the best cold call that I ever got was this. Guy calls up, I answer the phone, he says, "Hi, I sell long distance for 4 cents a minute. Do you want to know more?" And you know what? He happened to catch me at exactly that time. I said, "Yes, I do want to know more." Why? Because he happened to have exactly what I was looking for at that moment. I was thinking about, this is years ago when, now it's different. Now it's unlimited calling and all those things, but years ago, it was 25 cents a minute. Long distance was 25 cents a minute, and then it was 20 cents a minute and 15 cents a minute. So this guy calls up and he says, I sell long distance for 4 cents a minute. Would you like to know more? And I said, yes. Now, this is what I'm assuming that this guy did. I'm assuming he was on the phone calling business after business after business after business after business, and he's doing it really fast. So he's probably talking to 50 or 60 businesses every single hour, and all he cares about is the answer to that one question. I sell long distance for 4 cents a minute. Do you want to know more? They say no, he hangs up. They say no, he hangs up. You know what? That hour, I said yes. Now, it turns out that I bought their long distance program and it wasn't what I thought it was, but that's a different story. The important thing is what he had was what he was offering is something that I wanted. Okay? So my suggestion is when you're trying to find customers that are ready to buy, just your offer, just fast offer. Okay? If you like, for example, I sell a system where I go online, and if you own a retail store, if you own a small business, my system will put you several places on the first page of a Google search. So somebody looks up, like if you sell, let's say you sell vacuum cleaners, or let's say you have a store that sells vacuum cleaners, and somebody in your town types in vacuum cleaners, Akron, Ohio, and you're in Akron, Ohio. You want that person to, you want to show up several times for that person so that you're the guy that they see everywhere, and they're very much more likely now to come into your store. Well, here's what I say when I call people on the phone to cold call. I call up and I say, is Bob Jones there? I always know his name, okay, because I don't want him to hang up on me. So I say, hi, is Bob Jones there? This is Claude Whitacre, is Bob Jones there? Yes, Bob Jones is here. Okay, hi Bob, this is Claude Whitacre. I provide sales and high quality leads to business owners who already have a website. Would you like to know more? And you know what? A third of the time they say, yeah, tell me more. Or what do you mean that it has to have a website? Or, well, what do you got? Or how much is it? Or something like that. They want to know about 1 out of 3 times. Why? Because I kind of caught them off guard and I just asked them a question. Would you like this? For example, if you don't like cold calling, picture it this way. Picture that you're calling people on the phone, doing a survey, and you're just going to ask them if they like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's your question. You don't care if they like peanut butter or jelly sandwiches. You're not being paid by the peanut butter and jelly sandwich company. You just want to know at the end of the day how many people say that they like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So if they say, no, I do not like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you're not going, oh man, it's terrible. I really wish that they did like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And if they say, yeah, we like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you're not going, yay, this is great because you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, yay, you're on my team. You don't care what they say. That's how you have to prospect. That's how I prospect when I'm cold calling. I don't care what they say. See? I don't care if they like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or not. I'm just looking for the people that do. See? If they say, well, no, I'm not interested in that. Okay, great, thank you. And I hang up. Why? Because I hang up without trying to convince them. Why? Because I want to get to the next call. See? I want to get to somebody that's really more interested. Now, what I sometimes do is I'll do this. Maybe one time if they give me an objection, if they just say no, I hang up. I say, okay, thank you, I hang up. But if they give me an objection like, well, I don't know, we might be interested next month, I might say, well, I'm not really looking for an appointment. I just want to meet with you for 5 minutes to see if there's enough reason to make an appointment later on. Are you going to be there tomorrow at 3 o'clock? And the guy will probably say, well, yeah, because they don't know how to say no to that. So they just go, yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. Or, well, no, tomorrow's a bad day. And I'll say, okay, about Thursday. Yeah, okay, Thursday. I'll be here for 5 minutes. And then they'll say, how long will this take? I'll say, well, 5 or 10 minutes unless you have questions. Fair enough? Because why are they asking about the time? Because they want to think of a reason why they shouldn't make the appointment. See? So I just say 5 or 10 minutes unless you have questions. Now, is it really 5 or 10 minutes? No, it's not. If they're actually interested in what I'm showing them, it's going to be a much, much longer presentation, much, much longer than that. It might be 2 hours, it might even be 3 hours. But you know what? I said 5 or 10 minutes unless you have questions. Why? Because they always ask questions the first 5 or 10 minutes. See? So I'll be out of there, believe me, it won't be 10 minutes. If I go in there and find there's no interest at all, I'll be out of there way before 10 minutes is gone because I got other stuff to do. See, I'm not there just to talk to them. I'm there to find out if they're a viable prospect. I want highly likely people that are highly likely to buy from me, that are highly likely prospects. Okay, highly probable prospects is a lot of people call them. People that are prone to buy. People that are in the exact situation that you want, where they're highly likely to go ahead and buy from you because you happen to be there at the right time, and they happen to be there at the right time, and they happen to have a need that you can fill. Okay, if you'd like to know more, by the way, I talk a lot about cold calling, but a lot about other kinds of prospecting too. A lot of referral prospecting, how I do referral prospecting, which is far more fun, frankly, than cold calling. It's a lot more profitable than the cold calling. How to work groups of people, how to prospect when you're in a social engagement, how to prospect by networking when you're in a business environment. Okay, I cover all of that, all the dialogue you use, all the ways to get people to ask you about your product and ask you about your service so that it doesn't feel like you're overpowering them with sales. You're not acting like a salesman, you're not aggressively following them up. It's that they're asking you, and you get them to ask you and come to you. See? Much, much better if they're coming to you than if you're running after them, because their natural response, if you're chasing them, is to run. Okay? The natural response, if you're running away from them, is to pursue you. And you want them pursuing you. That's why I recommend that in my book, Sales Prospecting, The Ultimate Guide to Finding Highly Likely Prospects You Can Close in One Call. It's on Amazon right now. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.